Hey everybody, welcome back to Robots After All. I'm Tom and this is Andrew over there. And today we're going to be talking about Obi-Wan, the final two episodes, because we talked about 1 through 4, right? First.
Yes, we did.
5 and 6. I barely even remember 5 now at this point. I know Darth Vader. Oh yeah, spoilers, everybody. But yeah, Darth Vader stops the ship, or tries to stop the ship from leaving, kills the Inquisitor Reva, or supposedly kills her because she's still alive.
All the spoilers at once, jeez.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan is dead now.
The end.
What did you think of episode 5? I don't remember it.
We barely knew him. Well, actually, so episode 5 was there was actually a lot. There was a lot to that episode in terms of what we talked about in our last episode, which was, oh, the third sister doesn't have enough character development. We don't know her motivations, yada yada yada. We were like complaining about that, and like kind of have to eat crow on that because this episode, in episode 5, they basically cover who she is, why she's motivated, what she's actually really doing, which is actually trying to kill Darth Vader. And I thought that all of that was like brilliantly executed and revealed kind of in that episode, but I do kind of wish that we had known that sooner, so there could have been a little bit more kind of tension build up to that, because they kind of cashed that in and then it kind of petered out all in one episode.
Yeah, I don't and we also touched on the fact that she was probably a youngling too in the last one, so that kind of panned out. It makes sense, although I thought they were going to better explain why Anakin spared her, because I guess he just felt something, because there's only one scene and they show him kind of do like a like when he sees her, like, oh, there's something different about you, maybe I'll save you, I guess, I don't know, but they never really go into why and what and all that. But yeah, it was a good reveal. It wasn't, what didn't have like the impact, because it was almost, because you could kind of see it coming in a lot of ways that they were going to try to spin it. And it's also strange that, I mean, she was able to kill the Grand Inquisitor and get away with it so easily, which makes sense why they were kind of new about it, I guess, in that episode.
He was a hologram or something unexplained. He just comes back.
They both get stabbed through the chest and have no issue at all, apparently.
Lightsabers are not the coolest weapon in the universe like you thought they were. They're actually just Nerf toys.
Yeah, they've been nerfed in these episodes, that's for sure.
Definitely.
But yeah, so they were able to escape still, and then like this episode 6 has like that rebellion group slowly trying to get away, and Darth Vader's Star Destroyers following him.
Yeah, that whole thing was kind of throwaway, but
yeah, he's like, I must have missed him. And then we have the epic showdown of Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader,
which when it first started, I was kind of underwhelmed. I was like, man, this is like such a lame lightsaber battle. And then as it progressed, the environment got cooler. The actual lightsaber fight itself got cooler. They started kind of, really building on the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan in the fight. And Obi-Wan kind of channels his connection to the Force a little bit more strongly when he kind of thinks more about Leia and Luke needing protection, and throws all those rocks off of him, which was pretty sick.
It's like he's harnessing the power of love instead of evil. So
powerful stuff, man.
Love is more powerful.
More better. Yeah. Show that
even though he got pummeled by giant rocks that probably should have crushed his bones into oblivion.
No, but he used the Force to hold them away from him. So
is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what the one hand was.
Is that what it was too, when Obi-Wan summoned the power of the rocks and Vader was barely harmed by them as well?
Yeah, his plastic armor didn't crack into a million pieces.
I mean, I loved that scene. That was cool, but Like Vader's just like ooh 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 ooh.
Yeah. Well, I think that. Oh no, he actually slices him with the lightsaber. That's how he slices the mask open. That scene where they show him with the mask open, I thought was really cool, and I love how his voice was a combination of the actor who did Anakin, Hayden Christensen. Is that his name?
Yeah, Hayden Christensen.
Yeah. So him and James Earl Jones like mixed together. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've heard that James Earl Jones' voice is AI enhanced. That's
Oh,
something
meaning it's not actually him.
I'm not 100. I think it is, but they've kind of like used AI to make it sound more like it did back in the day. That's something I heard in a podcast or a YouTube video I was watching about it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know with 100% if that's true or not, but I know James Earl Jones is getting pretty old, so they
Yeah, he's
probably
91.
oh wow, yeah. So they probably just tweaked it a bit, but I know he did. It does say that he did the voice. Um,
It did sound exactly like the old movies, which I was, I didn't really think too much about it. I just thought they were able, because of the fact that it's already like an affected voice. I thought they just did something to make it sound exact.
Yeah, and I agree. That scene where he cuts off the helmet, I thought was very cool, and then you get like that dual stereo of his voice, and then yeah, James Earl Jones,
Yeah.
and he's just kind of lost to the darkness at that point. Um,
And you get to see his
yes,
little naked mole rat face inside his helmet.
yeah, yes. But overall, the setting of the fight was neat. I always love when they use the lighting of the lightsabers on their
Yeah.
faces. And there's like a really cool scene where you see the red and the blue on
It
Obi-Wan's
goes
face,
purple.
and he becomes Mace Windu.
Well, there was a scene where there was a section where like the lightsabers were clashing with the red and the blue, and they were making like a purple light.
Oh,
I
I
thought that
missed
was
that.
really cool.
I,
Yeah.
I should go back and rewatch that fight scene because I did like it. I like that they didn't try to make it too over the top with the crazy fighting and jumping like they did in Revenge of the Sith with the lava fight where they were going all crazy. I mean, there are like the rock stuff was a little over the top, but it was cool.
It was well
Uh,
done though for the most part. And you
yeah, it
actually,
was.
I feel like that answers like an age-old thing, because I feel like we're always as fans like, why aren't they using the force more during the lightsaber fights? And like here they were actually combining it pretty well.
Yeah, and there were some fun force push moments where he's pushing Vader, and it was cool to see him get his power back in that moment and get back the Obi-Wan that we know and love for all.
Yeah, I think what I really enjoyed about this series was I'm not a massive fan of the prequels. I actually find them pretty hard to sit through.
Mm.
But I do like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. I do like Qui-Gon Jinn as a character. There's things about the prequels that I really like, and I love the Dave Filoni Clone Wars animated series that kind of uses the likeness of Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan, and that Obi-Wan character is amazing. So this series kind of like fleshed out that middle period, between the prequel Obi-Wan and the original trilogy Obi-Wan, in a way that just added character depth, which is the exact opposite of what happened with Boba Fett, where they later literally just flubbed the entire thing and basically kind of tarnished the name of the character.
Yeah, very forgettable show. Unfortunately, yeah, they didn't do a great job with that.
It's just crazy they could go from Boba Fett to this. I mean, when I was done with this Obi-Wan show, I was like, there are parts of this and there are certain aspects about what they, especially with the stuff surrounding Darth Vader, that it was like comparable to how good The Mandalorian was for me. Because The Mandalorian really only, there was a lot of throwaway episodes in the first season of Mandalorian. So really it was about kind of like the introduction of the character, Baby Yoda, and then his journey with Baby Yoda. Those were like the three things that were kind of good about that show. And I feel like with Obi-Wan, it felt like another Star Wars movie. Like they actually did it justice.
Yeah, I remember when Baby Yoda was first revealed. It was like the internet just like exploded. They're like, "Whoa, baby version of Yoda, yeah!"
I was like pretty emotionally impacted by it. I don't know what, like, now that it's like this cultural icon and it's like this thing, like, it's almost like remember the plastic bag scene in American Beauty where there's like a bag blowing around in the wind.
Yeah, it's
Like
like plastic bag shit.
when you when you watch that movie the very first time, that scene's incredible. But then like once it becomes like a known thing, like
well,
it's
it
like
becomes like a joke too, because you see it in like cartoons and
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of what Baby Yoda's become. Like the first time you didn't know anything about it. Like when I watched that show, I think like pretty much the day it dropped, I didn't even know that there was a Baby Yoda, because none of that stuff had, like, I didn't watch any spoilers or like any leaks or whatever. So when I got to see it, it was pure surprise. It was awesome.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" The little guy version.
Yeah.
And then he ate all the baby frogs, and that wasn't okay.
Like, ooh, maybe he's actually a murderous Yoda.
He just doesn't know better. But speaking of emotional scenes, I was kind of emotionally taken back with their dialogue of like Obi-Wan getting kind of teary-eyed and apologizing to Vader for what he did to him.
Yeah, that was so good.
I like that a lot. And I actually didn't catch on to this until I read an article today, but he calls him at that point Darth Vader is like, I'm the one who killed Anakin.
And before you say it, I want to actually, because I did actually notice that line, and it goes back to what I was saying before about how they like try to fill in the lines from previous movies. When Luke asks him about in A New Hope, when Luke first asks him, he says Vader killed your father, and that's basically they're justifying that comment from Obi-Wan in the first original trilogy movie with that one thing. Is that what you read? I'm just curious if that's
basically, but it was actually referencing that because when they're fighting on the starship, the Star Destroyer, or is it the Death Star, or are they on I can't remember.
Is the
when Obi-Wan what?
I'm just being an asshole.
When Obi-Wan when they square off for the last time, he calls him Darth, like it's his first name.
Yeah. I think he actually even says goodbye, Darth, when he walks away.
Yeah, something like that. And then so it just references back to this, like they're trying to like, oh, this now it makes sense to why he called him Darth, because that's what he calls him now, because he's not Anakin and Anakin's dead. And
so then, just really tying in all the continuity.
Yeah, which is kind of neat little time. I mean, it's all silly in the grand scheme of stuff, but
yeah, it's kind of like a, almost 20-year. When did the prequels come out? They were late 90s.
Oh yeah, the prequels were late 90s. Yeah, because I think I was either junior or senior high school. So yeah. And then
I thought it was good.
Oh, I was just gonna go into the part with Reva and her trying to kill Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah, that was that. So what was up with the motivation there? Because I'm not exactly. She was just trying to hurt.
Because she realized that it was Anakin's son, and she was like wanted to, but like he didn't even know he had a son, right?
Right.
So it's like, what are you trying to prove? I mean, he doesn't have a son. He doesn't have any emotional attachment to him.
Right. It was totally weird.
It was weird. And then
also, how did she get spared in the very beginning when all the younglings die? Like they didn't show her escaping. Does Anakin just spare her?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's like Anakin, they don't even show why he spared her. They just show him looking at her, and like they look back and forth, and then he just gives like a curious look. And I'm assuming he must have just taken her under her wing or put her in,
or maybe he's got some dark side in her or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
It wasn't clear.
It wasn't clear at all because they didn't explain
more clarification.
Yeah, she tried to kill him. There was a whole scene with the parent, Uncle Owen, and which was a little underwhelming. It was kind of neat just to see them fight. I mean,
so another thing that was never explained: why is Uncle Owen so salty with Ben? Like, didn't he basically brought them a baby, He was like, I want you to protect this child because I personally care about this child. And then he's like, get off my lawn. Like, this is my kid now. Don't come back and see him ever.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
So at the end of the episode, he can say, "You want to meet him?" And then Obi-Wan can finally say what all the fans want to hear him say. Hello there. Hello there.
Yeah.
Because that's like the meme. The Obi-Wan meme is like him saying hello there.
Yeah. That's funny. I was actually really stoked that he was able to give him the ship from the very first episode that he buys off the Jawas. That was kind of a nice little tie into the first episode.
Yeah, he held on to it for this whole time, and his little cave, I guess, was never pillaged by anybody. It was just, is that where all his stuff was?
Yeah, and I think what they're kind of trying to show is that he leaves Tatooine, so he must come back later. Which kind of, I think I had mentioned in the first episode, like, don't you think it's kind of weird that like from this age until he's like, old Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope, he's just been chilling on Tatooine in this cave? Like, that seems totally unbelievable. And they're like, no, we got you in the last episode. We'll have him move out.
Yeah, it's a little much that he would be there the whole friggin' time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then he goes see Leia for the last time.
Which, one thing that bothered me about that scene, because I thought that scene was pretty good, she goes for Lola like right off the bat instead of Obi-Wan. It's like,
oh yeah, what the hell was
Obi-Wan,
that?
Obi-Wan could have been dead, and she's just like,
Lola, my dumb little robot thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So stupid. Like, hug Obi-Wan, the guy who friggin' protected you for the past 5 episodes.
Yeah, and don't get emotional with him since you only care about robots.
Yeah. Oh, and then we know how she got her gun holster.
That's it.
Which is why we need
guns.
to keep the Second Amendment intact, everybody, because girls need to shoot too.
Girls need to have holsters with no guns in them. That's how we solve the world's
Disney
problem.
wants you to have a gun. This is basically what they're trying to say. They want you to have a gun. But no, she got her little leather holster. It looks nice. It fits nice, and more power to her.
Yep,
doing great things.
Mom approves.
Yeah, mom's approved. Dad's approved. She's like apparently an old wise woman at this point.
Who, the mom?
No, Leia. It's like she's acting like she's like a senator or like a leader already.
So now we need an episode. Now we need a series of what happens to Princess Leia in between this and getting captured and sending the message. Now we need to see her send the message to Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And we can be done with Star Wars movies forever.
I know.
I'm also done with movies, I think. I think that Marvel needs to just, although I will say, I would like to see some more crossover with X-Men stuff.
They need to do some X-Men stuff, I think. It's been a while.
It's just kind of weird because like we grew up and like X-Men was the thing that was like this, what's going on with the Avengers right now is like how X-Men was for us. But I feel like we never really got that kind of satisfying, like the X-Men movies were fun, but they weren't like nearly as good as the Marvel Universe movies. So
no. Yeah, the X-Men movies do hold like a special place in my heart for some of them. And I liked most of what they, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine as a whole is just amazing. He's like the best.
Incredible. Yeah.
It's like all the choices they made for the Marvel characters in one guy. It's like all those characters worked very well for each of their, like Captain America was perfect, Thor is perfect, and Hugh Jackman is perfect for that. As well as Professor X.
That's not even a question. He is Professor X.
He is Professor X.
And the same thing with I feel like Scott Summers, the guy they did for Cyclops, was pretty perfect as well.
Yeah, that was good.
Halle Berry is Aurora Monroe.
Yeah, they were all pretty good.
I think Sabretooth was the only one that was a miss in any iteration.
Sabretooth was always kind of weird.
Yeah, it was just trash. The first one where he was like a weird beast man. Yeah. He looked more like Beast Man from Skeletor.
And that was the Beast was freaking perfect with
Cary.
What the fuck is the guy's name?
Cary Grant.
No. The guy from the Seattle show.
Frasier
guy. What's his name?
I don't know. I can't think of his name.
We're bad at names, but who cares?
Kelsey Graham.
Kelsey Graham. Yeah, he was perfect as the Beast.
Yeah, he was.
And Mystique. They were actually all the roles were really well thought out. Yeah. Anyway, Obi-Wan. Oh, we can't forget about the Qui-Gon Jinn appearance at the end. And now there's going to be a season 2 because this wasn't a series finale. If you know what I'm saying, there's going to be more. Now, see, you mentioned he's not going to be on Tatooine.
He's excited, folks.
He's not going to be on Tatooine forever. We're going to see even more of where he goes. He's going to go to other planets. He's going to go hang out with Yoda for a little bit. Oh, probably. Yoda's making a comeback. That's my prediction is Yoda's going to be in it. They're going to talk about. And there's going to be a little skeleton of Baby Yoda next, and they have to. That's all I got.
I was going to say those timelines don't add up, but okay.
Listen, timelines are forever.
I think we need more.
Oh yeah, Mandalorian is way. Oh no, Mandalorian is earlier.
No, Mandalorian takes place.
In
between the prequels and the.
So when Luke was a master and he killed Darth Vader already.
Oh yeah. So Mandalorian takes place after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Because he has the black cloak and he's got the robot hand.
Yes. Yeah, I was confused for a second. I actually thought it was before for some reason too. Or in between something. But yeah, it's after. Because
they had
dude, the motorcycles are driving me nuts. I was hearing
those are speeder bikes.
Huh?
Those are speeder bikes. They're in the Star Wars universe.
They're pod racers. Sorry.
But yeah, I feel honestly, I feel like anything that Ewan McGregor is in just is immediately that much better. Like the guy just doesn't make bad movies or bad. He just doesn't do a bad job acting. So.
I need to find one. You said that last episode too, and I need to find the one thing he sucks in. There's got to be something.
Can't be done.
I'll find it.
Let's close out with his filmography.
Okay. What is Ewan McGregor's worst movie? Oh, here we go. Tomato meter. Rank them.
Well, you got to that way faster than I did. All right, what do we got?
I Am Forever.
That's not a movie.
I Am Immortal.
It's also untrue.
It's loading. Eye of the Beholder. The hell is that?
Do we have to watch all the Ewan McGregor movies now?
Yeah, see, these are going to be movies that we haven't even heard of. Zoe. Deception. Yeah, I don't even know. Blue Juice. Oh, this has got to be his worst one. How do I share my screen?
He was in a movie just called Robots. So, I mean, that's...
Oh, he was in A Million Ways to Die in the West. Did you ever see that?
I did. It was really funny.
Yeah, I remember it being pretty good. But yeah, he's got a long list of movies, so some of these have to be bad.
No, I think they're all amazing. 10 out of 10.
Oh, The Island. That's got to be a bad one.
That does look pretty bad, yeah. 2005.
I think that's bad.
I think that's bad. He was actually very unlikable in the Angel and Demons movie.
Oh, yeah. Eye of the Beholder is the worst at 9% rotten. And that was in 1999. It was synopsis: British spy Steve Wilson, Ewan McGregor, known as the Eye to his employers, is trailing Paul Hugo for... Oh, God, what have I done?
Was this the first time you ever read something out loud?
Yes.
I just want to say The Island has Scarlett Johansson, Steve Buscemi, and Sean Bean in it.
I know. I kind of want to see it now.
So I don't see how that could necessarily be bad.
Oh God, Mordecai. Remember that movie?
No.
good. Has Johnny Depp in it as well.
He doesn't really make bad movies either.
Edward Scissorhands, pretty bad.
Get out of my house. Get out of your house.
Jane Got a Gun. He's in that.
I'm so happy for her.
She finally did it.
Waiting on was that holster.
And leading at number one, his best rated job on Rotten Tomatoes is Train Spotting, 1996 film. I've never seen Beginners. This is a good way to look for movies to watch.
This is a bad way to end this episode, though. So,
yeah, sorry everybody, but what can you do?
Stay tuned as we Google search. That was my idea. I blame me.
Well, that's Obi-Wan. I mean, I enjoyed it throughout the entirety. I mean, there was some kind of boring moments and less, like, more underwhelming stuff, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. It's cool just to see him as Obi-Wan again.
Yeah, I think episode by episode, there was a lot of moments where you're like, where's this going? And, you know, if you're left to kind of sit and wait for the next episode, you could be like, I don't know if this is really that good. I think the whole thing together was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was well done, well put together. I like that they don't focus on him just using his lightsaber again all the time, and he's like the same power ability until the end. Power up. But
yeah, that's all good stuff.
Curious what they'll do next time.
Yeah, what do you think the next spin-off will be? Chewbacca? A Chewbacca family story?
Oh, as like a series separate from this?
Yeah.
They have a friggin' lineup. You haven't seen it? They have like a million things lined up. Taika Waititi.
I love him.
He's doing a Star Wars movie, but he actually wants to do something outside of outside of the Skywalker saga completely. So it'd be kind of like a cool new idea. So I'm kind of excited for that because they need to get rid of all these old characters they keep harping back to. You're looking for
Ahsoka.
the timeline.
I feel like we need more with Ahsoka.
Ahsoka would be cool. That would be cool. Do a more live action. She has her own show, I think, coming up.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure. I had heard rumors that like maybe got canceled or something. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's Andor, which I don't care about.
We need more of that actress too, because she's beautiful.
She's amazing, yeah.
There was a show that came out with her on HBO Max, but I don't think it was well received.
Oh, the DMZ or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. It's kind of weird that she's like. It's like weird to see her kind of cross, you know, like Star Wars, Marvel, DC. She's like literally across the board on like everything.
Yeah, she is. She's all over the place.
Clerks.
And I was watching another show they put on there, Naomi. Did you see that?
No idea what that is.
It's another DC universe show about this girl getting her powers, but I guess she has like, they use the word multiverse, so I don't know if that's like a thing they want to do now. But it's pretty good. I've been enjoying it. It's not great. The writing isn't amazing, but it's okay. It's no Watchmen.
Nothing is, man. That show was unbelievable.
It was great. It was very good.
And that comic is one of my favorite comics of all time as well. So
yes, you love the comic. I have not read it.
Go buy the trade, $20.
What's that?
They go buy the trade. It's like $20. They didn't call them trades anymore. Is that like an old man thing to say? Probably is.
No, because I went and asked for one, and they knew what I was talking about.
Okay. Which one is that one?
I'm holding up Goosebumps. This is my hairiest adventure. I actually did a Thrifty Life episode on this.
Oh, nice. Is that the one where he turns into a werewolf or something?
Yeah. Well, I think they turn into dogs.
Oh, okay.
What you find? Yeah, you find out they're turning into dogs, and the twist at the end, spoiler alert, is that scientists are actually turning animals into kids. So they were actually dogs all along. So, which is the weird part. Yeah.
That hurts my brain to think about.
I think Did I get that right? Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I don't trust you.
Don't trust me.
I see you have a bookmark in it, which means you haven't finished reading it. That's
No,
pretty.
I was skimming through it. So he's having a really bad hair day.
Your Master Roshi is nothing compared to my little mini basketball game.
Yeah, your mini basketball game is good, but Master Roshi is pretty buff, so watch out.
Pretty good.
Wow. Are we cool?
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna unsubscribe at this point.
I should probably unsubscribe my 3 accounts from the.
Yeah, it's like of our 8 subscribers, 6 of them are just us with 3 separate accounts.
Yes, that is true. All right, well, that's been our Obi-Wan discussion, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, eat some pizza.
See you next time.
Bye.